Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. But with that being said, I'm watching Bitcoin closely today, as you guys are probably all aware from my last two videos. We hit about 46K, of course, before we reject it. It wasn't 46K exact, but we rejected that level, and now we are back below 44K. I told you guys to watch that today. Of course, dominance is still around the 42% mark, so a lot of altcoins are taking a little bit of a hit, like 6% plus. So I am... I told you guys to prepare with some caution if we do have a rejection. Of course, I do think that we have more of some downside still. Of course, we have to wait and see. QNT down about 6.14%, sitting at about $142. I am watching these levels closely, as you guys do see even over here on the chart. We are almost losing that level, that key level that I told you guys about. I think it was like $145 on the reverse fib level. But of course, I'm just watching us retest about $120 if we do retest this level. That is a place to really kind of rebuy if you do, want to short this, or maybe you just want to load up more. I would prepare for that level to be targeted if, of course, Bitcoin does continue to reject. Because right now I am watching Bitcoin closely, and I still do believe that we will see something similar to what I have on the chart already. We are below that 44K mark yet again. A ton of resistance around this level, similar to, back here in September, I told you guys, I'm preparing for something similar to this, or even something similar to the August drop, which again was only about 11%. But we see these a lot, especially once we build this nice, upward, foundation. It's almost every uptrend follows with, some sort of correction or pullback. This would be a healthy pullback. It would be about 12%. And honestly, if we're talking about from the candles that we just made today, it would almost be like a 13% exact pullback. So around this range here, maybe a 40K exact test, or just maybe a test of the major support zone, which would be about 10% overall for like 41K to be tested exact. I'm totally fine with that, totally healthy as well. But I am more so dead set on us testing that bottom support going all the way back to, of course, September, which would be about a 13.5% drop. So I am watching that closely, especially with, QNT, because if we do retest those levels, of course, with Bitcoin dominance being around 42%, we will have a stronger overall rejection. So far, we only dropped currently, I want to say, around... It's been about like a 4.39% drop, and we are, looking at about 6% drop on QNT currently. So again, 13% would bring us to about possibly 15% in general for a dropping point. That's pretty much off the top of this candle. So a 15% drop would bring us to about $127. Overall, I am totally fine with welcoming in that dropping point, and I will load up more on QNT. But of course, we have to wait and see in terms of validation on if, Bitcoin is going to reject off of these levels and go for, a nice pullback. I don't know if that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm just saying, considering the fact that we are nearing those oversold levels on the RSI, I would not be surprised at all. Again, RSI on QNT kind of similar, almost getting to those overbought levels, but not exactly there. But overall, I do want to talk to you guys about some technology things within the QNT, sort of space. QNT's technology will support the implementation of these models, including Finality, as the Overledger DLT gateway has unique features to link settlement, clearing, and retail layers for tokenized money, while Overledger Network will connect to strategically important, right? And of course, this is talking about Finality. They have a set date for launch of its blockchain interbank payment system, October. Executed a test transaction with Santander UK and NatWest Group. So again, the significance here behind Finality is just the idea that we could be seeing QNT be, of course, that gateway technology for them, aka that DLT gateway. Which of course is very interesting to say the least. We do see here these options include CBDCs in some jurisdictions, collateralization by banks and EMIs, Finality and DM Reserve. And of course, they are all talking about QNT here. This is overall from QNT technically, but again, this is also from their insights. We even see here, in fact, this move is already beginning to happen as several options for this fiat-backed tokenized money have now been developed in collaboration with regulators and are already coming to market. And of course, when we are talking about Finality, Finality is a big giant. I've talked to you guys a little bit about them in the past, nothing too crazy. But of course, Quant is making a spotlight here, talking more so about DLNs, tokenized currencies in general, and of course, gateways in terms of settlement and all that kind of stuff. So very interesting to say the least. And when we are talking about Finality, we even know that Gilbert Verdian has mentioned Finality in the past. We even see here we speak to Finality a lot. They are a settlement technology. We can interoperate Finality with all blockchains. And of course, I really do think that Finality is something to note, similar to like Accenture, right? We always talk about Accenture with XRP and Ripple. Finality is also one to really kind of mention as well. They are a giant, and we're going to be talking about why. And of course, Finality celebrates completion of a landmark DVP proof of concept. UK fintechs Finality, Navara, I'm hoping that I'm saying that right, and Adhara collaborate with NatWest and Santander to execute first cross-chain pilot debt transaction on public Ethereum and Finality payment system. I definitely wouldn't say at this point, when we are talking about DOTs and stuff like that, the interoperability will definitely be key. For all success of these overall networks as well, which I've always discussed. And I definitely don't see a future for DOTs without interoperability, and we do know that the best, of course, interoperability layer would be, Quant network. And then we even see from Finality's overall website, Powering the Future of Finance Together, about Finality. You could pretty much read about them and who they are. Finality International started its life as a pure research project to better understand how DOT could change financial markets. In time, the project grew to include a consortium of financial institutions who wished to explore how blockchain and distributed ledger technology could use tokenized cash assets to settle security trades. In doing so, it sought to alleviate many of the FMI challenges. And honestly, this is a company that now boasts 15 major institutions, shareholders, Santander, BNY Mellon, Barclays, CIBC. I mean, there's a ton of major names here, as you guys are probably all aware. You guys could read more about them if you want. But like I said, this is a huge company. This is a massive company filled with a whole bunch of banking companies as well. Or I shouldn't say banking companies, but just shareholders that are banks. I mean, these are major financial institutions anyways. But overall, when we are talking about this actually solidifies the idea that, DLT technologies are the future. I mean, this is the future of course, payments, the payment infrastructure that we are, utilizing on a day-to-day basis. And of course, Finality is continuing to be at the forefront of this in terms of DLT technology, or I should just say DLTs in general. We always talk about Hedera in terms of DLTs and how it's pretty much the, main one. It is the most utilized DLT in this space, but DLTs are going to take over at such a rapid pace, and they already are becoming the number one choice for a lot of uses in terms of tokenization, even in terms of just digitization in general for your money as well. We know that Hedera is working with MTech in terms of CBDCs. Again, a lot of the interoperability layers within this market. I know a big question, a lot of individuals say, why don't these blockchain technologies just build their own interoperability technology? Wouldn't it be easier for them to do so? And honestly, it would, and a lot of them already have interoperability layers. Like, for example, Ripple already has the Interledger protocol. But the issue with it is that it's not interoperable with other DLTs, other technologies. Like, for example, you have Hyperledger Fabric, and then you have, like, for example, the Corda, system as well. A lot of these are not interoperable with one another in order to transact messaging formats or just information in general. So that is why we do need something like QNT at the forefront of all of these DLTs as well as all of these payment networks. And we also see our QNT's partner, Simba, 7,189 high-level clients programmable interface to Web 3.0. And we do see here, Enterprise, we build the portable, simple interface that brings Web 3 to life for the rest of the world. Sigma Chain is a chain-free dynamic API platform that uses portable, flexible, and future-proof interfaces to smart contracts for creating trustless Web 3 apps. And of course, we do see here 7,189 organizations, 3,726 applications. We're just getting started as well, so we're going to be seeing a lot more with Simba. Supported blockchains, you guys do see Ethereum, Quorum, Stellar, all of these major blockchain technologies. And again, you even see Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Burrow, Hyperledger Sawtooth. And of course, we're seeing other ones here listed, Hedera Hashgraph also being one, but Quant, Overledger, Corda, Cardano, Diem. I mean, this is a huge giant in the space. They also solve blockchain for enterprises, governments, education, NFT markets as well. It's actually a pretty big overall company, and we even see here, QNT plus Simba. This goes back to September, by the way. Quant Overledger is the only interoperability solution they currently offer. 5,000 plus clients, including Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, SpaceX as well. It's actually a pretty big company. Like I said, pay attention to some of these major names. I mean, we talk about Oracle a lot. We talk about other companies that QNT is working with. Even SIA, right? SIA, a huge, massive connection to 580 banks. I mean, this is when we're talking about Quant being at the forefront for interoperability. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, connecting 7,000 clients to one massive network. That would be extremely huge, and it already is happening. And we do see your pathway between Web 2 and Web 3. Don't give up your existing system. Sigma Chain has unparalleled interoperability, allowing you to integrate our API with tools you are using to on the chain you need, right? Again, when we are talking about interoperability, it's all API gateways, plug and play, easy to do. And of course, you do this all at once for one massive system of dApps, maybe even networks. I've talked to you guys about yesterday, talking about like banking branches, how if you had one that is connected to 11,000, you could easily plug and play those 11,000, bank branches all at once instead of doing it one at a time. That's exactly what we are here for. That's exactly why these API gateways are so key. And they are also key for fundamental success with Web 3.0, which I've always talked to you guys about. Web 3.0, it should be something that everyone should be watching for. I know currently everybody's kind of watching the metaverse, NFTs, and DeFi and stuff, but Web 3 is going to be all of this all in one. And when we are talking about Web 3.0, I told you guys it's going to be a huge market, $140 trillion in market valuation for Web 3.0. And it's going to be so big. I know a lot of people continue to talk about it, like Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, stuff like that, but when we are talking about Web 3.0, I really do think that it is the future for almost everything. When we are talking about gaming, we're talking about the internet, we're talking about NFTs, we're talking about everything all in one. It's truly going to be a huge market. And I really do look forward to that day, because I'm already investing into solutions that are going to be making it interoperable for a lot of these companies and a lot of these major dApps as well that are building within the space, to be interoperable with one another. And that's going to be huge for the success of course, Web 3.0. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.